something on the front?
Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. We get that. Of course, you're going to find the typical jocks, the typical nerds, the typical preps. We've got artists, actors, nerds. I said that. But a lot of the time, they're just labels to keep people from getting to know the people that are different from them. Just a bunch of judgmental ideas to describe people, and they're not always the only things about those people.
So imagine you're the new kid at school and you don't really fit anywhere. Are you gonna let the fact that somebody looks different or is into different interests stop you from getting to know someone? Or are you willing to step out of your box to get to know them and maybe even, get to know every stereotype or every different person to be able to connect to many people instead of just one clique?
Instead of only being friends with the populars or only being friends with the artists, try to be friends with everyone. And that sounds really cliche too, actually. But I guess cliche is kind of what the bandwagon's about.
It's not cliche to be nice. It's not cliche to accept people. It should be the normal thing to do.
Alright, so I guess we should start this interview.
Do you think that you're a stereotype?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think you're a stereotype?
Yes. Sometimes.
Not really. I don't think me and Nika really fall into any stereotype.
I am often perceived as a lesbian. I mean, I appreciate girls, but I'm not a lesbian.
So you're the stereotypical lesbian.
I am.
Yes. Because I get an A in math and I do karate.
I feel like I would be considered basic and, the dumb blonde.
Probably basic white girl.
That is a big thing. Basic white girls are a big thing right now.
I think that when people see me, they judge me mainly because I'm Asian. And all of those are true because that's the culture that our parents taught us under. But there's also more to us than that.
I guess we fall into a stereotype. What would it be?
If you were to be any stereotype, it would be out of the box type of kid.
Yeah.
Because you're not necessarily a nerd, you're not a jock, you're not one category. Most people are mixed,
Right.
like a mutt.
You're like the talented, artistic music kid, but it's just a little bit strange,
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So how does it feel to be categorized and labeled so you're judged before anybody can even get to know you?
It's not really fair, I guess, but since stereotypes are so common, I guess I don't really let it get to me that much.
Feels like crap.
It kind of sucks because people don't really know the real you.
Most of the stereotypes that they think are good, but it also prevents people from coming to me. They think I'm too different or they're not good enough or I'm not good enough. It's kind of sad.
It doesn't really affect me just because, I like myself a lot, as strange as that is, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with me, so if other people have an issue with that, then that's their issue.
I hate when other people are judged before they get to be known by the other person. If I have friends that people just assume that they're terrible people. If I have a friend that's actually a really nice person, but they just have a sort of cocky sense of humor, a stranger might say, oh my gosh, that person's a jerk. But until you really get to know somebody, I really think it's rude to judge them. That you should give them a chance.
How does it feel to be categorized and labeled so you're judged before anybody can even get to know you?
Most of the time it sucks, and it's unfair.
Keeping it PG pretty terribly.
Yeah?
Because I feel there's so much more to me. what people just see on surface.
I would feel kind of awful.
Do you judge and stereotype others before knowing them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody does.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't do it on purpose.
I'm guilty of it, not all the time, but I like to get to know people before I judge them.
I think everyone does a little inside without even thinking about it. But like when I see someone, I try not to do it. I try to talk to them and get to know them before judging them.
Yes, I do. Because I feel that's just the first way to get to know someone. Because once you finally meet the person, you can be like, wow, they're totally not what I thought, and the connection is that much better.
I think everybody does to a certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Would you be open to trying to get past that and get to know others that may be different from you?
All the time?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good answer.
Of course. Obviously, people are wonderful.
I like to put myself out of my comfort zone because it's like riding a roller coaster when there's nothing there. So if somebody does seem very stereotypical or some way and they make me feel uncomfortable, yeah, I'm open to getting to know them better. And I'd be happy for anybody who thinks that I'm weird to try to get to know me, because they'll have a great roller coaster ride.